I just wanted to voice my opinion on the Young Justice of taking that away, when I know the panel right here doesn't have nothing to do with it, but I just wanted to tell you so you can go back to your office, tell them how they screwed it up, because basically that was like the best cartoon that, from our perspective, of how DC was supposed to be going, and now they've completely reversed it around and has went to a totally different direction. So I just thought I'd put that out to you and see if you guys had any thoughts about what you thought of the Young Justice, starting from where it started to where they finished it to where now it's completely broken.
I haven't run into anybody who doesn't think it's the coolest show like that they've seen in years, and I wish we controlled how those things come out and go out. I kind of think that it was, as I heard someone else say yesterday in a good explanation, it was kind of not the best show for a Saturday morning show. Hopefully they can find some other way to slot it and get that material out there, because it was really awesome. It's really one of the more widely praised shows. Every time we go to a mic and listen to people like we did with the retailers yesterday, the amount of fans it has is great. So we will pass that along, especially to the Burbankites who are in the room, who will be able to go and take that back immediately. Next, yes, sir.
What I love about the New 52 is a lot of unknown characters, or a lot of vertical characters coming into the mainstream, and people who haven't been in comics jumping on. But my question is, with a lot of DC animated movies, it always seems like it's the main kind of trinity: Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. Any possibility of getting some of the unknown ones, especially from more of the quote-unquote dark area of DC New 52, like John Constantine, more Zatanna? I know she had a stint in Justice League Unlimited. Swamp Thing, by chance?
I've seen lots of plans in place. There's nothing we can really talk about, but obviously that's the next step for us to go, is to get past the majors. And once we can establish some beachheads there with success, I think you'll see that. But I know from working with Jeff Johns' group out there, that is their intent. They work very hard to try to make those other characters come to life. Hey, that was a really smart question. I like that. I have a prize for you. In memoriam of Damian Wayne, who just passed away, we created these special little prints featuring mostly a Patrick Gleason shot that just sort of blew us away when we saw it in book, so we have that for you. Thank you. You're very welcome. I won't shake you left-handed, don't worry. Yes, up. Next, sir.
I just wanted to say that Injustice: Gods Among Us was amazing. I wanted to say that it felt less like a video game and more like an interactive DC animated movie. You know, felt like I got to play the movie. It was amazing and really well written. I just loved it. But my question is for Arrow. This season really didn't have any actual super-powered villains or heroes. It just seemed like everybody had kind of an awesome skill set. Are we going to be able to see any super-powered heroes or villains in the season 2 or anything like that?
That's an excellent question, and I don't know if we've heard any discussion of that.
Actually, I would say we haven't. I would not rule it out by any stretch of the imagination. Again, as John mentioned, Jeff Johns' group is very connected with the production team on Arrow, so there's a lot of talking going back and forth. So anything can happen. I don't know, but anything can happen.
Yeah, we've heard a lot about what characters they plan to use in the show, but we don't know how they're going to use them.
Sir, I liked your question because it almost sounded like I wrote it for you, in that you praised one of our products and then led immediately from video games into anime. I mean, we work really hard on those transitions. So for you, since you're so good at animated, there's a Blu-ray of the new Superman Unbound that just came out a couple weeks ago. You're very welcome. Learn to speak like a marketing person and you will be rewarded. Next up.
So I'm a huge fan of the Green Lantern animated series and the Young Justice. It seems both of those and kind of ones before it have had really short production cycles where you kind of get a season or two out and then we move on to something else. Is that what we're planning with these other ones, the Beware Batman, or is it just kind of up in the air? Or?
I think that's how they set them up in the production cycle, and I think everybody's dream is that you don't have to switch them out all the time because something catches and runs. So again, I think they're playing with the Saturday morning part of this and trying to find the right vibe for all of that. So they'll come quickly like that if they're not sticking, but I think the purpose would be to get things that stick and run those continuously in the block. So,
okay, cool, thanks.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name's Jen. I have a question about the Teen Titans series, the new one, Teen Titans Go. What choices did you guys have in changing it from that little short series that we were getting with DC Nation Shorts into DC or into Teen Titans Go? Like, what drove you guys to go into that direction?
I think that again, they were looking to do something that was a little bit more loose and fun adaptation and sort of take it back to those Go roots from years and years ago. And really, I think from what we observe, and by the way, we sort of like from our New York perch get to sort of observe from afar what goes on. And anytime we're out in Burbank and they wander through and show us stuff, the amount of stuff that's coming through the pipeline is what we tend to remember. So I remember the first time I saw the Teen Titans Go stuff. And it really was just the producers of the show found a pitch that they liked. That's kind of how it works out there. They looked at the pitch, they looked at the animation art, the samples, and went, hey, we think we can make this work. So it really is just sort of a gut feeling. People see something and they go, that's cool, let's try that.
Great, thank you.
Thanks. Yes, sir.
Hi, just a quick question. I know they're releasing all the other DC Nation stuff on DVD, but what about the shorts? Do you think that eventually they'll release the shorts and sort of a compilation DVD? Because those are some of the highlights.
I haven't heard that idea. I heard it yesterday for the first time because we had about 10 retailers who brought that up to us saying that we would love to see that. So there may be plans for that we're not aware of, but that's definitely feedback we're going to take back to them because the shorts are really amazing. And I would also encourage you to sort of watch DCentertainment.com because we're working to see if we can get a lot of those shorts housed on our website as a way to be able to see them. So hopefully that works. There you go. Thank you, Chris, our tweeter, who's over there who knows this stuff. We are a team, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, up next, sir.